A tiny kitten, barely a few weeks old, huddled in the corner of a damp alley. The cold night air bit into her thin fur, and her tiny body trembled. Rain poured heavily, soaking her to the bone. She meowed weakly, a desperate cry for help, but the world remained silent. She had once known warmth. She remembered the soft embrace of her mother, the rhythmic purring that made her feel safe. There were warm meals and gentle nuzzles, a place where she belonged. But then, everything changed. One day, she was taken away from her mother, placed in a cardboard box, and left outside a store. She didn't understand why. She waited, hoping the hands that carried her away would return. But as night fell, she was still alone. Hunger gnawed at her tiny belly. She stepped out of the box, her paws sinking into the wet ground. She wandered the streets, looking up at people with hopeful eyes. But no one stopped. People walked past her, too busy with their own lives to notice the tiny creature shivering in the rain. A little boy saw her and pointed excitedly, but his mother pulled him away. "Don't touch it. It might be dirty," she said. The kitten's heart sank. Dirty? Was she really that unworthy of love? She found an old piece of bread near a trash bin and tried to eat, but the rough texture hurt her tiny teeth. Her stomach ached with hunger, yet she had no choice but to swallow the stale crumbs. As night fell again, she tried to find warmth. She crawled under a wooden bench, curling into herself, her tiny frame barely able to fight off the cold. She dreamed of her mother, of a home, of gentle hands that would stroke her fur and tell her she was loved. But dreams were not real. Just as her eyes began to close, a soft voice broke through the silence. "Oh, little one, what are you doing here all alone?" A warm hand reached out, brushing against her damp fur. The kitten flinched at first, expecting to be pushed away, but the touch was gentle, safe. The stranger, a young woman with kind eyes, wrapped the kitten in a soft cloth. She held her close, her warmth seeping into the kitten's cold, trembling body. "You must be so hungry," the woman whispered. "Don't worry, little one. I've got you." The kitten buried her face in the fabric, her tiny paws gripping it as if afraid this moment would disappear. She purred, softly at first, then louder. She had been invisible for so long, but finally, someone had seen her. She was not alone anymore.